Hey everybody. It is 11:30 p.m. here and this is like take 10 of this video. So hopefully this is the last one. I am so tired. Thank you for joining me. It is day 34 of the 100-day challenge series. I cannot believe it's already over one-third of the way into this 100 days. And I apologize for not coming on here more often, but over the past 2.5 weeks, I have been working my part-time job and it's been a bit of an adjustment. Even though it's part-time, I'm having to get adjusted to getting ready for work again, having a commute, going to training, staying abreast of what's happening in the human resources field. And a big part of why I was interested in entrepreneurship is because I kind of just wanted to do whatever I wanted and when I wanted to do it, especially for when I become a wife and a mother. But before I get into my day 34 updates, I just want to share with you what I've learned about that in this phase of my life. So, as an entrepreneur, even if I'm doing things when I want and doing what I want, things still need to get done. And this applies to when I become a wife and a mother as well. Things have to get done, they have to get done well and effectively, and they have to be done in a timely manner. And I need to put the same respect on my entrepreneurial pursuits as I put on my job that pays me every 2 weeks. And as much as I love being intuitive and going with the flow, it's definitely bitten me in the butt a few times as I've been trying to get my entrepreneurial pursuits under tow. So this has been in the form of me allowing things to slip through the cracks. So maybe I said something was important for me to do, and then it kind of just fell off my radar. It's had me procrastinate or delay different activities that have negatively impacted the timeline for other activities. It has allowed me to double book meetings and other events, or even double book time that I was supposed to spend with, a loved one or a friend. So I definitely do need structure in my personal life as much as I want to live intuitively. And don't get me wrong, being intuitive and going with the flow has definitely served me because it's allowed me to say, I don't really want to work full time right now. I kind of want to pursue my passions. It's allowed me to say, I don't really want to apply for jobs, and just allowed me to wait for a part-time opportunity to kind of fall into my lap. And I've found some strategies to combat my lack of a desire for structure. And these aren't really strategies that I found, I just kind of rediscovered them, or they've just been reinforced as important things to do. So one of them is having a planner. So I did go and buy a physical planner, and it's actually right here. And as you can see, it's blank because it wasn't far into it that I learned that it just wasn't working for me. Not only can I not put reoccurring events in there unless I do it manually, I cannot also put in events in a timeline. So if I put something in there for 2 o'clock as the first thing in the day, and then a few things come up for like 9 o'clock and 12 o'clock, then I have to write in the 9 o'clock and 12 o'clock events and write arrows to put it in the right place. And no. So I got the Outlook app, which is wonderful. You can sync it to your email accounts, and you can put in reoccurring events. You can slot things at the right times. It's just been great. And you can also set up alerts for when the activities are supposed to occur. You can also use the regular calendar app on your phone, but that's been a little bit wonky for me. So the Outlook app is great. I've also been writing a lot of lists. So if there are activities that don't necessarily need to be scheduled, but they're things that just need to be done, if I can put them in a list and check them off as I'm able to do them, that's been majorly helpful. I also want to take that scheduling thing up a notch by actually creating a routine for myself so that I can incorporate working out and other important things that I want to include in my day on a daily basis, or at least a regular basis, including prayer and meditating on the word and reading the Bible, making smoothies. So lots of things that are just like my health maintenance, physically and spiritually. I want to incorporate those into a routine. So I also don't want to be too hard on myself, because I still want to go with the flow and live intuitively, because that is something that's really important to me. So the way that I'm still making sure that I do these things is to exercise my intuition when I'm creating the plan for the day. So when I'm making my list or scheduling things, just really thinking about like how I feel and what suits me best when I'm making these plans. I'm also trying not to overload my schedule. So if you've ever gone on vacation with me, you probably know that I like to schedule lots of activities into each day so that I don't miss any opportunities on a trip. And I can't exactly do that for every day of my personal life. I need to have one or two major chunks that I want to do for the day. And that has really increased my confidence and being able to accomplish what I've set out to accomplish for a day, instead of having 100 things that I can't possibly get done and then feeling bad about myself at the end of the day when, of course, I haven't done them. Another thing that I've done is to just be okay with changing my mind. So if I have a plan set out for the day and then I get a feeling that it may suit me better to do something different, just being okay with that and just going with the flow. Of course, it's already written down so that if I decide not to do a certain item that day, I can carry it over to the next day. I don't just forget about it because it's written down and it's still in front of me. And you don't want to change your mind too much, because again, you want to have that confidence that you are getting done the things that you set out to do. So those are really all of the reflections that I've had about this time management lesson that I've had during my first 2.5 weeks of going back to work. And now I just want to get into the updates that I have towards my goals for the 100-day challenge. So at this time, I have bought a lot of resources and tools to begin painting, such as an easel, which is right next to me over here, some canvases, some paint, a case for my paints, paintbrushes, and I've actually started a painting, which I will show you at the end of this video. I've also finished a book called The Book of Coaching, which you can find on the Mindvalley app. And if you're into any kind of personal development, I definitely recommend Mindvalley. There are tons of free resources on there, as well as resources that you can purchase. So whatever your budget allows, you can go in and see what works for you. What else have I done? I've made an outline for a book, which was really fun. And while I'm on that note, another thing that I've done to not be so hard on myself is to schedule free time, schedule leisure time. So on Thursdays and Saturdays, those are the days where I just do things that I enjoy. So I'm not necessarily serving other people or doing work for my part-time job. I'm doing things that I enjoy. And it just so happens that I really enjoy writing and I really enjoy painting. So I kind of kill two birds with one stone with that. So I'm being leisurely and I'm also being productive when it comes to those goals. So yeah, those are pretty much all the things that I've done over the last 2.5 weeks. I've also actually completed my project of writing down Bible verses for each of the major areas of life. And I want to dig deeper with those just because I found that to be really insightful. And I'll have more updates on that in future videos. So before I go, I just want to quickly show you what I've worked on. Can y'all see that? If you are my friend on Instagram or Facebook, you've already seen that the beginning of my painting. I just wanted to share that with you all on YouTube. And if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. And if you are working on your own 100-day challenge, please let me know about it in the comments so that I can follow you and support you in your goals as well. And I look forward to connecting with you all in the next video. All right, good night.